if you're earning money on social media and you're making money through content creation, you need to cut all of it out. You need to just quit that and go get a real job, because all of that is fake. It doesn't matter. You guys complaining like that is real work. Go get a real job and then complain.
Brianacarly.
So as I'm trying to maintain working my 9 to 5 and doing content creation, it really makes me like wonder why when people run into a full-time content creator or they hear the grievances of a full-time content creator, they're always hollering like, go get a real job. Because what is a real job to you? Because me, as a person who's trying to do both, content creation is a job in itself. It is in fact a job. You have to plan, prioritize, and put in action projects. Like, it's literally, each video is literally a project that you got to create an outline, a deadline, all of those things. Like, what about that makes it not a real job? Because if it was something that was just willy-nilly, I think I would easily be able to do that alongside me working my full-time job with ease. It wouldn't be this hard. And so that also makes me realize, what do you consider a real job? Because a person can have a job as an artist and people will still holler to get a real job. So does a real job means you're miserable, you're slaving, you're breaking your back? Does a real job mean that it's physical? Because I've heard get a real job being told to people who work in the office. Like, what the heck? Like, I feel like when people say that, if you're telling somebody to get a real job, not get a job, get a real job, it's a level of hating in there. Because if you're deeming what somebody is doing for pay as not a real job, like, you're hating. Any of us that are paying taxes, like, any way, how can I put it? Any income that is being taxed by these people, whether it be from social media or whatever case, however they bring their income, if they're paying taxes at the end of the year or quarterly or however it's taken, that's a job. So because it's not as hard as you want it to be on that person, that's why you're saying go get one? That's crazy to me. Like, I see that so much, like, especially when the TikTok was threatening to go away, everybody was hollering, go get a real job. But that is their job. And at that, some of them are paying more in taxes at their fake job than people's income is. So what? Like, why should somebody go get a standard job that's paying way less than what they make on social media just so to make you feel better, so they can appease you, so they can say they have a real job? I don't get that. And I think a lot of us know nowadays, especially after 2020, anything that brings you income, it's not, we can't call it guaranteed. We can't say it's stable. So you can't say, oh, what are you going to do if you lose that social media platform? Or what are you going to do if that job fire you because the manager said you suck, or they just don't like your attitude, or they just got to make budget cuts and layoffs? That nothing in this world is stable. So that argument should be out of the door now. Like, these jobs, 9 to 5, are just as unstable as social media these days. Like, never get too comfortable anywhere.
Better not get too comfortable.
So to say, what if, like, what if, so what? You don't care. So why are you asking, what if they lose this? What does it matter? What if they, I'm going on a tangent, but like, what if what? What did it say? If was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. Who's supposed to live their life with all these what ifs? So if that's the case, we don't got no business going trying to get jobs. We don't got no business trying to go get 9 to 5s, because what if you get that job? It's a 6-figure job, blah, blah, blah. And then they decide they want to get rid of you because you don't have any seniority in there. The same what if applies to standard jobs. Nothing is stable. Leave those folks alone. Like, creating content, social media, it might not be your lane that you approve of, but if it's generating an income and they are paying taxes on that income, baby, it's a job. It's a job. Granted, I'm never going to convince somebody to like go quit a job to pursue content creation. If you haven't already established something for yourself, of course, don't go do that. And even if you look up on times where you're generating a decent amount of money and you feel like it's sustainable enough to go ahead and quit, like whatever job, I personally wouldn't. I would probably try to stick it out and maintain both as long as I can, if that is possible, because I just know being fully into content, that's a whole nother ball game of finding your own like medical insurance and things of that nature. But yeah, nothing's more stable than the other, honestly. I think people are probably confusing structure with stability. I would say like having a job, a 9 to 5 is full time and it has benefits. Then there you would structure that you wouldn't have to worry about, you know, versus if you're just full-time content, and those are areas of life that now you gotta look into, which that's a whole nother conversation for another day, because they say even the benefits from your job aren't always enough for life's tragedies.
7 days.
7 days? Oh my God, I'm gonna die next Monday?
Yes.
Right? But yeah, I wouldn't convince somebody to like quit a job to go pursue it, or the moment you finally got a check more than you've ever made, go quitting anything. But yeah, I'm never about to say that content creation isn't a job. But on the other hand too, I'm also not going to say like, oh, as a content creators work harder than such and such 9 to 5. We can't say what's harder than the other, but one thing I will say, can't nobody say that's not a job. So that was my random take on the whole thing of getting a real job. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also don't forget, you can also support my channel by sending a super thanks. And I will catch y'all in my next video.
Brianacarly.